Bikini division. The question always is, what are the judges looking for? I'm here to tell you today on First Callouts. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. You're on my show, First Call Out, every single Wednesday. We're right here on TeamFFLEX TV, and I'm dedicating this show to all you competitors out there, teaching you how to get yourself into that iconic First Call Out. This show is for competitors, and it will help you in all sorts of ways. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you get anything out of this, help me out a little bit and share the video, please. Thank you so much. All right, today we're talking bikini. What is the criteria? What are the judges looking for? This is a question I get all the time, and I said, you know what, let me hop on here, because it's good to give you guys an update too. I mean, this is always changing just a little bit, the way they look at bikini, what they want to see, show to show. We see different things, nationals, pro levels, we see different things going on. So right now, 2021, let's talk a little bit about bikini. First thing judges look for, thing number one, gotta understand this, is development of the muscle structure. So this is really, really important. This is the foundation of the bikini division. Everybody always kind of thinks bikini's not all that muscular, it's not that developed, it's not, crazy as far as any of that goes, and it's not crazy, but that whole foundation of that physique is muscle. It really is the key to actually attaining what we call in bikini the hourglass shape. And this is what judges want to see. The hourglass comes from a combination of different muscle groups that are developed enough to make your body have this aesthetic. So think up top, we're talking about the shoulders and the back and all that coming together to create this development up top. It adds width. When you see a front pose on a bikini competitor, back pose on a bikini competitor, you will see they have these rounded shoulders, these capped out deltoids, and this width being created up top. Then it sweeps down into the lower body. Their whole body sweeps in, their lats and all that come into the midsection, which is narrow. And that's, again, that upper part of that hourglass. Width up top, narrow at the waist, and then guess what happens? How do we get another part of the hourglass? Lower body development, okay? Glutes, they develop, they pop out, they round out. Quads, same thing. Hamstrings, same thing. Creates that lower body part of the hourglass. So the foundation of bikini literally is this muscle definition. And you want to have these in a few different areas. I just mentioned you got glutes, you gotta hit the quads a bit, you gotta get the hamstrings, you gotta get the shoulders, all that. Really, you're training the whole body as a bikini competitor, but you want to bring these muscle groups to the specific aesthetic to enhance this hourglass shape. So whatever you can do to draw your waist in more, bring out your shoulders more, add development to the lower body, that's how you get that first bit of what the judges want to see. It's that muscle development. If you don't have that, you're trying to compete, it's just not gonna go well for you. You could be on stage and be the most shredded, lean competitor, but if you don't have that aesthetic, you don't have that muscle built, it's just not going to go well. So first things first, we know they're looking for this development. Now we got to talk about number two, the symmetry and the proportion. So as I just said, this hourglass shape becomes critical. That is the first bit of symmetry and proportion, really. You gotta have this muscle shape, this muscle size, this muscle density, but the proportion and the symmetry really come to play with how each muscle group matches each other group, okay? So you can't just go train a bunch of shoulders and not have any arm development, right? You wanna have arms, biceps, triceps, even forearms that are gonna match your shoulders in the way that they want to see it for this division. You wanna make sure your lats, you don't wanna have huge shoulders and no lats, ghost lats, not gonna work for you. You wanna have the development that's gonna help taper down into the waist. And then you gotta make sure the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads, they all match. If you don't have the symmetry and you just have this development, it's not gonna go well for you on stage, right? You'll see many competitors, all the top bikini competitors, very, very symmetrical physiques. There's not like an area that's blatantly out of proportion. They're all together, they all flow, and they all look exactly how they should for this division, okay? I mean, you'll see sometimes competitors, they go to stage in bikini and their quads, their really big quads, are actually too big and they won't do good because it doesn't look symmetrical to their upper body or their glutes or their hamstrings. These different symmetries really come into play for what the judges want to see, okay? And so for this, you gotta have the development that creates that shape, that hourglass, but also that symmetry, that proportion that really enhances your physique. And this is a little bit different for everybody. Let me tell you this, You got to really figure out when you're competing in bikini how to accentuate your strong points, hide any weak points, and a lot of this becomes posing. A lot of this becomes other tweaks that you can do before you get on stage, but also it's just important to know that you really want to make sure that every program you do, everything you do is tailored specifically for you. All right, we're going to talk about the last thing the judges really want to see on stage in bikini 2021 right now, right after this break.
TeamFFLEX.com presents a revolution in the online competition coaching experience. Contest prep has been redefined. From anywhere around the world, at the touch of a button, your entire totally custom coaching experience built just for you. Constantly monitored and adapted by your own expert competition coach. The most complete competition coaching experience awaits you now. Go to TeamFFLEX.com and try it free.
Hey, you want to see some bikini workouts that are made just for you, talking about everything I'm talking about here today? Go do that free trial you just saw the promo for, all right? Me or one of my coaches will set you up, will give you a unique training experience that shows you exactly what you need to work on to do your best in bikini. And there's no obligation, no fees, nothing, no reason not to do it. It's totally free. That's why we do it, to help you guys get where you want to be, all right? So let's dive back in here. We've talked about the shape, the muscle density you got to have. We talked about the symmetry that you got to have, the proportion. All that's really important. The last thing judges are looking for here, conditioning, okay? Conditioning is important, and if you don't understand what conditioning means, it means basically the level of definition your body is, how much muscle can actually be seen, how much body fat do you carry. That's all very important in bikini. Now, bikini competitors are always kind of obsessively thinking that they have to be leaner than they are, right? They're always chasing this lean, shreds, but really bikini division is the softest conditioning out of the women's divisions, right? You'll see in figure more striations, more cuts, more things like that. Women's physique, women's bodybuilding, all the way up the chain just gets leaner and leaner, but bikini is the starting point. It's not to say that you don't have to be lean. You do have to have condition, but you don't actually want to come in too lean, otherwise you will score down, and obviously carrying extra body fat that you shouldn't have is not going to help you score any better either. So really finding conditioning is key, and what bikini conditioning is it's a softer level of conditioning where it shows lines. You can see little bits of cuts, but there's no deep cuts, no striations. The quads, they don't split into fours, right? You're not seeing those cuts there. You're not seeing, a lot of times even, you're not seeing a lot of ab cuts in bikini competitors. Sometimes, bikini competitors that have like really chiseled abs, they even get scored down because it proves they're too lean. You're not seeing delt striations. You're not seeing those deep cuts there. You're seeing these soft lines that show the physique, they show the aesthetic, they show the muscle density, they show the work there, but it's not going to be the shredded deep cuts that's going to, score you down. It will score you down, okay? So it's something you want to find, and right now bikini is really accentuating this entire look, okay? We're seeing more than ever, this hourglass shape is dominating the game. The shoulders up top that taper into the waist, that widen back out. This was the foundation of bikini from the time it started, but it gets better and better. It's more and more refined. Competitors are more competitive than they've ever been now, and this is just where it goes. So that's really the conditioning and the criteria for bikini division. If you want to see some workouts or anything like that that will help you get to that point, go to my website, TeamFFLEX.com. Thank you for watching. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. Make sure you subscribe. Coach Rye is out.